Alright. Let's see it, dude. We are down to the heroes. We're down to the heroes, chat. Abaddon is a universal hero. His base damage is, yeah, whatever. Honestly, I'm not going to make too much sense of all the changes here. We'll just have to see it in-game. But damage gain per level is increased from 2.6 to 2.82, I guess. Damage barrier stacks additively with other damage barriers. Good. Cooldown on board time is up by 10 seconds. And his board time cooldown is replaced with the 85 DPS borrowed time immolation. 400 radius while effect while board time is active. Damages both Abaddon and enemies. It damages himself so he heals. That's funny. That's actually pretty funny. Sure. I mean, it's free healing. That's actually pretty nice. Guaranteeing that you're going to get some HP back when ulti pops. Yeah, I like it. I like it. That's cool talent. Cast point changes. Some CDR. Less mana costs. Duration is down, but who cares? Damage per second is up. Alchemist buff overall on Acid Spray. Unstable Concoction is nerfed again, but that's every single stun, pretty much. Grievous Greed is now an innate ability. Max bonus gold per kill is rescaled. And bonus gold from runes is always 2. Corrosive Weaponry, new ability. New basic ability. Attacks apply a stacking debuff on enemies that reduces movement speed by 3 to 6%. And status resistance by 3 to 6% per stack. Applying a new stack refreshes the duration. Has no effect on buildings or Roshan. Max 11 stack. So you don't run away from him when he starts hitting you. 11 stacks? So you have 66% slow and 66% reduced magic status resistance, which will increase the slow itself, right? Interesting. Interesting. Bonus health regen is also improved. And then they buffed this. Yo, he sounds just way better. He sounds way better now. Like, innate ability greed? Alex sounds so powerful. AA, stun duration is down. Yeah, whatever. Aghanim Shard upgrade removed. Now deals damage as a base ability. Okay. And duration tweaks. And cooldown changes. Ice Blast now upgradable by Shard. Enemies hit by Ice Explosion are stunned with the current level of Cold Feet for 60% of its duration. Ooh. Okay. Interesting. That's pretty nasty, dude. AA shooting in a fucking Ice Blast that stuns you with Cold Feet? Yeah, that sounds good. Sounds real good. AM gets -2 strength. He gets a bit of an HP regen. Mana burn per hit is decreased by a lot. But the mana burn percentage is slightly increased. Not that much. Now plays a slightly different sound when the target is below 50% mana. Oh, that's really cool. That's like quality of life for AM players. You can know when you got them to 50% mana. That's really neat, actually. That's smart design. Then Blink cooldown is changed. Still 6 on max level. And Blink cast range. Overall, a bit of AM nerfs, but a quality of life change. But pretty big nerfs, I would say. I mean, yeah, you get 0.6% more mana burn, but you have 24 less base burn, and you're weaker. AM got nerfed. I don't think 2B is going to be very happy reading this. Yeah, I don't think so. Arc Warden. Oh boy. Here's a fucking wall of text. All Tempest Doubles abilities are replaced with Tempest version of Arc Warden's abilities. The Upheaval has attuned Arc Warden to the Ancients. When playing on the dire side, oh god, Arc Warden will have the Tempest abilities by default, and his Tempest Double will have its normal abilities. Oh god. This condition is temporary and will go away once set adapts to the new paradigm. The fuck am I reading? Okay, Flux Tempest version provides higher damage, 15 to 60 to 20 to 95, but lower movement speed penalty to the enemy, 14 to 35, 6 to 18. And Magnetic Field Tempest version provides 150 attack range tiers only, and adds 20 to 80 magic damage to attacks made by allies from the field and has an increased duration. Sounds really strong. Tempest version has a shorter activation delay, 2 to 1 second. A faster moving wraith, very fast. Longer slow duration by a lot, and has lower damage by a pretty small amount. Okay. Wow, that sounds really strong as well. That sounds really good. Okay. Tempest double cooldown is decreased from 60 to 40 to 56 to 40. Okay, not that big change. Magnetic field also gives magnetic field damage. Tempest version. Flux damage replaced with magnetic field cooldown. Then you have spark wraith damage increased percentage wise instead of fixed number. And the CDR for the clone is replaced with no damage penalty distance for the Tempest double. Fucking F, dude. Well, I guess you can go right click carry Arc Warden now. Kinda. Not really. Okay, yeah. Well, there was a lot of good stuff until then, but now we got shit on. Yeah. I mean, he is a lot better in you know, base things. But that's a fucking GG nerf right there. That talent sounds so fucking atrocious compared to this talent. Alright. Well, let's keep going. Berserker's Call is down. Notably, not down by that much, right? Other stunts have been decreased a lot more. 3.2 to 3? Call is almost the same. Call is almost the same. Counter Helix does more damage on low level, but 10 less on max level. Attack no longer uses pseudo-random proc chance, now triggers after a set number of attacks taken. Attacks to trigger 7654. Aghanim Shard no longer increases proc chance, now reduces the cooldown of Counter Helix to 0 seconds. Interesting. Yeah, they just took the RNG away from Axe. Well, you won't get RNG fucking Giga Spinned. 0 second cooldown with Shard though. He could spin a lot, dude. Yeah, PL is PL right-clicking Axe will be fun to see. Bane is a universal hero. Yep. Makes sense. Damage gain per level goes from 2.5 to 4.5. Dude, I was thinking that Bane should be one of the big winners from the universal change. Yeah, no shit, dude. 2 more damage per level? Yeah, mid-Bane. No longer reduces heal or regen. Now deals pure damage per second. First instance of damage happens on application. Okay. Attack damage reduction is increased. And mana cost is increased by a lot. And duration is rescaled to always 9 seconds. 9 seconds? I mean, you do quite a bit of pure damage with that. Brain Sap now pierces debuff. So you have Brain Sap and you have that. Okay, Nightmare no longer does damage. Nightmare no longer does damage. Duration is decreased as well. And then mana cost is decreased. Yeah. This is where things hurt a little bit for Bane. Because you want a Nightmare stuff. You don't always want to Enfeeble early game. No, Enfeeble doesn't wake Nightmare, I don't think. I don't know. I'm not sure, though. Maybe. Fiend Script duration is decreased as well, but so are all things, pretty much. And Nightmare damage heals Bane, replaced with 2 seconds. Brain Sap cooldown. Brain Sap cooldown is still Enfeeble DPS. And Fiend Script talent is nerfed. Batrider, also universal hero. Not gonna read the stat things for it, but he gets more damage per level. His base movement speed is up, though. Yeah, hold up. What the fuck? 20 movement speed for Bat? No. This is a mistake. This is a mistake. Application damage decreased. Sure. Damage per stack is decreased. Sure. Slow per stack is also decreased. Sure. Cooldown on Flame Break is rescaled, so it's better on max levels. Slows enemies by 25%. Yeah, we took away slow. Look, it slows like 25% slow. Okay. Duration is increased on low level, but only 5 seconds max. Damage increased from 30 to 120 plus 15 DPS to 25 to 100 plus up to 40 DPS. Oh, right. To 60. What the fuck? Am I getting confused here? Damage increase from 30 to 30 to 120 plus 15 DPS to 25 to 100. 10 to 40 DPS total damage. Oh, total damage increase. Sure. Okay. Yeah. Firefly no longer provides bonus vision. No longer provides bonus. Okay. Thank God. Thank God. Damage per second increased. That's a lot of damage, though. Okay. I mean, farming with Batrider is going to be way stronger now in jungle with this shit. The Firefly doing 100 DPS? That's a lot. Need to drink some water. I'm going to lose my voice reading this patch notes. Total damage is increased 70 to 225 to 100 to 300. Damage takes every 0.5 seconds. I think it used to take once per second before, right? Cast range is also increased. Duration is decreased, but fucking barely, dude. And cooldown is massively buffed. What? Okay, yeah, we have a problem. We have a problem. Why the fuck does he give a minute cooldown reduction? What? Yeah, just take away a minute of cooldown, it's fine. Sure. Yeah, okay. I better get some big TA buffs, dude. Oh boy, I better get some big buffs. Universal hero, sure. Okay, wild access, less mana cost, dive bomb. Root duration is down. Primal less stun, not that much less though. Ability reworked. Okay, let's see. Now as a passive ability, attacks from Beastmaster or a nearby unit he controls cause him to bang his drum, dealing damage to nearby units and healing himself and units under his control for a portion of the damage dealt. Every attack decreases the interval between drums hits from a maximum of 3 seconds down to a minimum of 0.4 seconds between hits after 20 attacks. I understand nothing of what I just read, but I think I know what it means. If no attacks are made, the intervals gradually increase every 1 second. Using Primal Roar automatically adds 10, 15, 20 drum stacks based on the level of Primal Roar. Drum hit damage 90. Yo, Slom is actually good. Okay, Slom is actually good. I'm gonna say it. It seems great now. It seems way better than it was before. Seems a lot better. To the lab? No, but it seems a lot better. Bloodseeker. Blood Rage max health damage per second decreased from 2 to 1.8%. Pure damage from Aghanim's Shard is now dealt as a separate instance of damage, sure. And Rupture cooldown is decreased a bit. Well, increased on low level. Move damage is increased. Fucking barely. Blood Mist now passively turns all your overheal from your abilities into a damage barrier up to 50% of Bloodseeker's max health. In addition to its active effect, barrier decays by 0.5% of max health per second. Damage no longer counts as HP loss. It burns barrier if it's available and decrease some sources that can reduce damage. That seems great, dude. That seems awesome. Okay. I guess Blood Mist is back on the menu, boys. Was it ever on the menu? Actually, no. It's on the menu now. Now it's on the menu. we have it on the menu. Interesting. Shuriken doesn't stun anymore. Applies 100 movement speed slow for 0.35 seconds. Jinada no longer disabled by silences. Instead disabled by break. Shadow Walk no longer stuns the target. Slows the target. It stuns them for up to 1.6 seconds. Aghanim's Shard no longer grants charges. Now lowers the Shadow Walk cooldown by 5 seconds. Okay. And then Shadow Walk attack move slow is changed to Shuriken toss slow. Ooh, 1 second. 1 second of 100% move slow on those Shurikens? That sounds nasty, dude. Track him up and have Aghanims and fucking Shuriken everyone. They can't leave while you take their money. Oh, that sounds really good. That sounds so good. 2 second silence on Shadow Walk is replaced with minus 25% damage taken in Shadow Walk. Let's go, baby! Bounty Hunter, big buffs. Big buffs is all I'm gonna say. Bounty Hunter, way better. Way better than before. Brewmaster, universal hero as well. Void Stance is now part of the basic ability. Void Stance, status resistance, blah, blah, blah. Sure. And Primal Split, Broodling's immunity replaced. Yeah. No immunity for it. Damage resistance, sure. Damage decreased. Storm Broodling, less damage. Cyclone Hero duration decreased by 1 second. Okay. Void Broodling is now part of the basic ability as well. Aghanim's Shard now extends the Primal Split duration by 12 seconds and grants Broodlings the Primal Split cancel ability. 12-second longer? Yo, that shard is good. What? Okay, big buffs to Brewmaster. He gets a free fucking shard and his new shard is pretty good. Void Broodling Astral Pulse replaced with Astral Pull. Can target allies and enemies. Pulls the target and the Void Broodling in the target direction. Enemies receive 50 to 150 damage upon arrival. Distance 700. Cooldown 8 seconds? Okay, dude. Well, whatever. Monkey's Forever, come fucking gratis. It's your fucking birthday, alright? Enjoy your fucking Brewmaster, alright? You can clip that and ship it to Monkeys Forever. Happy birthday, Monkeys Forever. Here, you can enjoy it. You can hear monkeys molding from here. What do you mean molding? He's gigabuffed. He's gigabuffed, man. What do you mean mold? Hero is very, very strong now. Okay, let's keep going. We have Bristleback, soon Broodmother. Now provides Warpath stacks with each Quill Spray released. Okay. So even the passive ones give you Warpath stacks. Taking excess damage over the Quill Spray's threshold is maintained, and multiple Quill Sprays can be triggered from a single source of damage. Oy vey. Oy vey, dude. Bristleback pickers are like, yep, that sounds good. Fuck me up, fam. PA. I can't wait for my PA to crit the back of Bristleback and just destroy the entire team. Don't worry, guys. I got him. Swing. Just a spray of quills. Here you go, boy. 17 quills come out. PA's break, though. Does she, though? Is your average pubber gonna actually use break before hitting Bristleback in the back? Or is she gonna blink strike in, crit him first, and then press it after her entire team is dead? Ask yourself, what's gonna happen? Yeah, we all know what's gonna happen. Alright, and then mana cost decreased on this. Fair enough. Thank you, Pickness, for the Prime sub. I appreciate that. Okay, Broodmother, let's see. Now a universal hero. More like universally hated hero. Got him. Yeah, changes, things happen. I'm not going to read all the stats. Her damage is almost identical, actually. First one that didn't really get a big difference. And her level 1 damage is actually weaker. Insatiable Hunger, base attack damage bonus rescaled. From 35 to 65 flat damage to 30 to 60% percentage-based base damage. Okay. Aghanim's Shard. Base attack damage bonus increase per second, rescaled from 12 flat to 4% base. Interesting. So she just hits really hard if she has good agi. Agi build for Broodmother. Less webs, level 1. I like it. Fuck you. Damage decreased on the spawn spiderlings. I like it. Good. And spin web restore time. Yes. Nerf it. Agi is changed with... that's actually a nerf as well. That's also a nerf. Okay. I mean, Brood can become more of a core right-clicker now, but she's way weaker overall. Definitely way weaker overall, but she's more able to scale into becoming a real right-clicker. Dude, Skadi on Broodmother is insane. Isn't that true? Because Skadi gives you a ton of damage. You get damage from every single attribute now. Yeah, Skadi would be nuts on her. Interesting. Yeah, just build stats. Stat build Broodmother with Skadi and, like, I don't know, some other stat builds. Maybe Satanic, who knows. Sounds strong. Centaur. Stun duration is down, of course. The double edge cast point is improved. Strength Return damage is improved a little bit. Rescaled? I don't know. Nerfed early on. And then nerfed the talents. Not too exciting changes for Centaur. And rescales on the stun. Same thing here. Everyone gets worse stuns now. And then more lifesteal. And less lifesteal from creeps. Fair enough. Fair enough. Chen, universal hero. Okay. Snithers, what do you get? Holy Persuasion now grants Chen gold equal to the creep's bounty when dominating it. Oh my god, he gets paid to pimp them? He's actually pimping them. Agnum's Shard now also adds 1 level to upgradable abilities of persuaded creeps. Yeah, I think Chen got massively buffed with the fact that the entire jungle got scaling abilities now. Yeah, I think Chen got big boy buffed. And he got, you know, even some base stats, big gains here. Yeah, seems good to be a Chen. Sniff, it's your time. Come out of your cave. Sniff, it is time to play Chen. Clinks, let's see. Base damage is changed a little bit. 1 more strength. Searing Arrows ability removed. Strafe, new ability. Oh boy, we're back to Strafe again. But it's a different one, I guess. Clinks and his Burning Skeleton archers in a 1200 AoE gain a bonus attack speed and attack range. Attack speed bonus is up to 220% for Clinks and 50% for skeletons. Attack range bonus is 200 for Clinks and the skeletons. 3.5 seconds, 15 second CD, mana cost duration. Casting it does not break Invis. Huh. Okay. Tar Bomb. Oh god. What the fuck is happening to Clinks? Look at him. He has more than an entire page worth of text. He has so much changes. Tar Bomb. New basic ability. Unit targeted. Clinks throws a projectile that deals 40 to 100 magic damage on impact. Commanding Clinks and all Burning Skeletons archers in range to attack the target. The 275 radius area around the target is also covered in tar for 5 seconds. Any enemy that walks across the tar gets slowed and receives additional up to 45% physical damage from all attacks by Clinks or his Burning Skeleton archers. Effect persists 2.5 seconds after leaving the area. Affects buildings. Huh. Cooldown 4 seconds? This shit has no cooldown. What the fuck? Cast range 1,000? What? It's a... What? He has 1,000 cast range, 55 mana cost, 4 second cooldown nuke? That also slows you and increases... What? Am I the only one who thinks this sounds insane? It affects buildings too? So you can push faster? Isn't this crazy, dude? That sounds wild. Death Pact is a basic ability? Oh. Now has 1/1/2/2 charges and a 40-second charge restore time. Now creates a Burning Skeleton Archer in place of Killed Creep. Only 1 skeleton from this ability can exist at a time. Skeleton hits to kill 3. Skeleton damage 20%. Skeletons deal 25% less damage to buildings. But they can push buildings. Oh boy. Heal and bonus health. Mana cost is decreased. Okay. I'm not even sure what to expect here. Skeleton Walk. Now an ultimate ability. Sure. Duration. Bonus movement speed is rescaled. So he's a lot faster on first level. Mana costs increased. Sure. Cooldown is rescaled. Now summons 2, 3, or 4 Burning Skeletons archers. Only 1 pack of skeletons from this ability can exist at a time. Oh boy. Oh boy, he can make a lot of skelly boys. Like always there will be skelly boys. And these fuckers can push, can't they? I think these fuckers can hit buildings now. Because these fuckers can hit buildings. You can just tell them to hit buildings with this, no? I don't know. Maybe not. I'm not sure. Dust will save us. I hope so, dude. And he still has Burning Barrage, of course. He gets it as Shard. Also douses enemies in Tar Bomb slow. Yeah, of course. Why not? 22-second cooldown, range 850, damage per arrow 65%. Yeah. Dude, Clink sounds wild. And then he has all his talents are changed basically. He has tar bomb damage. He has more charges on the pact. He has attack range. He has strafe attack speed. He has more health, strafe cooldown, and then he has multi-shot replaced with tar bomb multi-shot. Anytime Clinks attacks an enemy covered in tar, he will also attack enemy within his attack range. Yeah, sure, dude. It sounds crazy. Sounds crazy. Clockwork, universal hero as well. Sure. Power cogs now apply magic barrier to all allied units in power cogs when cast. Okay, for 200. Knockback duration is decreased, and knockback effects now interrupt most forced movement abilities, exceptions Batrider, Flaming Lasso, Centaur's Hitch a Ride, and Tusks. Okay, so you can't just go over the cogs as easily anymore. Makes sense. Rocket Flare also slows the enemy for 100%. For 0. Oh, that sets up your hook. I see. You can now set up hook by just rocketing. So if you're bad at hooking, you just rocket first.
What is a universal hero?
Universal heroes don't have a primary stat. They gain damage from all stats. But they gain less. I think 60%. Like, they get 0.6 damage per other stat or some shit. I can't remember exactly what it was. What the numbers were. But they don't have a primary stat. Okay. Hookshot changed. And then rocket flare damage. So he doesn't have the leash anymore. And then he has magic immunity is replaced with magic resistance. Fair, fair. CM, what do you get? Base damage increased by 2. Tick interval decreased. Cooldown. No movement speed slow? She going a little bit fast, Ice Frog. She going a bit too fast, slower. Nerf CM. Dark's here. Okay, we're halfway through the patch, by the way, guys. Jesus. Been reading for a while. Darkseer, also universal hero. Tick interval increased. Max down duration decreased. Nothing too exciting. Allied units can now target Dark Willow in Shadow Realm. That's pretty big. That's pretty big, dude. Now you can actually like Solar Crest her if you for some reason accidentally forgot that Solar Crest sucks now and you shouldn't buy it. Cursed Crown change. Bedlam pierces spell immunity with +2 Bedlam attack target. Oh, Jesus. I see. Bedlam fucking destroys AoE then. Pretty good. Pretty good, pretty good. Less stuns for you, of course. Slow is increased, and then the range on hammers replaced with 80% Celestial Hammer cast range speed. Ah, speed on the hammer as well. That's big buff. And then Starbreaker cooldown. Okay. Dazzle is a universal hero. Good juju removed. There is now only bad juju. Okay. Let's see what they did to Dazzle. Shadow Wave now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. Allows casting Shadow Wave on enemies to release an inverse Shadow Wave. The inverse wave bounces amongst enemies, dealing damage to them and healing nearby allied units for 150% of healing and damage values of the Shadow Wave. Dazzle also performs an auto attack on every enemy hit by... Oh my god. He auto attacks everyone that he hits by Shadow Wave? That seems great. That seems great, dude. Bad Juju ability reworked. Whenever a unit affected by Dazzle spells is affected by Dazzle spells, they temporarily gain or lose 1, 2, 3 armor for 8 to 12 seconds. Can be activated to decrease the remaining cooldown of all other abilities by 4, 5, 6 seconds and items by 3, 4, 5 seconds. Casting Bad Juju costs 75 to 125 health. Each cast increases health cost by 50% for 30 to 20 seconds. Bad Juju cannot kill Dazzle, but can still be cast without the sufficient HP. Cooldown 3 seconds. Oh god. Oh god. He got real freaky there. Dazzle also gets Bad Juju's armor buff for casting Bad Juju. Jesus. Yeah, you just grave yourself and spam your fucking stuff, dude. That sounds very interesting. I mean, you can spam it and it Midas? Is it Midas? Jungle Midas 1 HP Dazzle. I'm calling it. That's what you guys see in your pub games. Fucking Dazzle's running around with no HP just to Midas stuff. Do it now, chat. Do it in your next pub. Sounds great. Sounds great. Fear duration is down. Exorcism now deals more damage the closer Death Prophet is to the target and need to return back to her in order to attack again. Sure. Then you have movement speed slow increased. Spirit Siphon, CDR, okay. Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. When cast on the ground, Thunder Strike now lies dormant, not striking. Oh, the shard. Yeah, not Scepter. Now lies dormant on the ground, not striking for up to 5 seconds. If an enemy comes within range during that time, Thunder Strike attaches to it. If no enemy comes within range, it strikes the ground. Aghanim's Shard also increases the number of strike by 2 and cast range to 1600. Oh my god, the range. What the fuck? That's really long range. I mean, that's so you can glimpse, dude. You can get vision with this and then glimpse. That's crazy good. Glimpse changed, but no relevant change. And then kinetic field is slightly more cooldown. Thunderstrike radius increase. More pulses. Dude, sounds great. I mean, Disruptor was already a #1 support of the current patch. I think now his shard is amazing. Absolutely amazing. And he didn't even have a good shard before. Doom. Some stun changes. Aghanim Scepter radius is decreased by 25. Slightly worse, I guess. No massive change here. Breathe Fire while in Elder Dragon form. So only the Aghanim's one, right? Applies Corrosive Breath or Frost Breath. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's always called Elder Dragon form, right? Corresponding... Oh, okay. So Breathe Fire just applies the slow effect of your ulti. Interesting. And then his stun is down. And talents changed. Sure. Hypothermia is now granted by Aghanim Scepter instead of Aghanim's Shard. Hypothermia bonus damage per stack increased by 5 to 15. Max stacks from 7 to 9. And regen reduction per stack from 8 to 10. Max stacks 9? 10 HP regen reduction? Okay. You're not gonna regen. If Alchemist was OP, which is what we said before, then this is the counter, chat. This is what you need to do. Shoot him. Glacier, new ability granted by Aghanim's Shard. Drow Ranger creates a hill of ice beneath her, pushing enemies away from it. Any unit that stands on the hill gains 175 bonus attack range and high ground advantage. They cannot miss. They cannot miss. And gain flying vision. The flying of the hill obscures vision and cannot be moved through. Duration 8 seconds. What the fuck? Yeah, that sounds very good. To the moon. Yeah, 2B's gonna cream his pants. He's definitely gonna play support Drow. That sounds crazy, dude. Oh yeah, I see. The front of the hill obscures vision. But not the back of the hill. So you can stand behind it and see the enemy, but they can't see you. Oh, bro. Bro. Or I guess not. I guess the front of it obscures vision no matter which side you're on, I suppose. Yeah. But you're standing on it, so it doesn't matter for you. Aghanim's Shard upgrade is removed for the Stone Remnant. Now grants 1 extra Stone Remnant charge every 5th hero level. Okay. Up to 13 max. Wow. Boulder Smash now deals 1.25 times damage to creeps. And Rolling Boulder stun duration is decreased, sure. Geomagnetic Grip is upgraded by Aghanim's Shard. Can now target allies. Okay, so Shard is pulling allies. And then Remnant duration is decreased on the enchant. His talents... Spell Amp? Spell Amp on level 10 is pretty good. Magnetize damage and duration. Sounds pretty nice. Geomagnetic Grip cooldown. Boulder Smash damage seems nice, especially with this. And then you have nerf and spell damage, or spell amp here is replaced with Undispellable Magnetize. Huh. Core Earth Spirit sounds a lot better now. A lot better. Sounds a lot better than before. Stun duration is down for Shaker. Yeah, stun down. A little bit more damage than Aftershock level 4. Fissure range, meh. Cooldown reduction is 2 seconds on Enchant Totem. That's pretty good, actually. Okay. Overall, not super impressing things, though. Sleep duration is decreased as well. Damage change, magic resistance instead of BKB effects. Flame Guard now stacks with other things. 1 armor. Ember buff. 1 armor, guys. It's OP. I'm telling you. 1 armor is not a meme. 1 armor is huge. It's actually insane. Alright. Sounds pretty good, but he absorbs less damage with the Flame Guard, though. But it stacks. That sounds powerful. Sounds powerful, actually. Enchant Aghanim Shard now also increases the maximum number of units enchanted from 1 to 2. So you get the little friends, but you also get to have 2 units. Actually, a lot stronger than it was before then. Interesting. And you have this talent. Enchant affects Ancients replaced with 30% more health and damage. Not too bad, I would say. Not too bad, not too bad. Base mana regen increase for Enigma. Stun is down. Stun duration, whatever changes to Enigma. Not the most exciting, but he does get more damage per level and more mana regen is nice, I guess. Less stun duration. Chronosphere is a little bit less duration. Now freezes ability and item cooldowns of anyone trapped in Chronosphere. Now prolongs duration of time dilation for any units trapped in Chronosphere. Yo! Yo! Oh, what? You were gonna blink? Chronosphere, psych, your blink isn't even timing down. And now we hit you, and we fuck you. Oh, yeah, boy. Oh, yeah, boy. Void is big. He didn't get many changes, but what he got here, big chrono changes. Fuck you if you get chronoed. Damn, that's gonna suck, dude. That's gonna suck getting chronoed. Always 20% movement speed from Inkswell is pretty big. So 1 value point could be pretty good for just helping people reposition. Dark Portraits is now a strong illusion. More damage on the Phantom's Embrace and Stroke Fate damage increase. Stun is down. Cooldown is up. AoE on the shards down a little bit. Flak. Carry Jarrow a little bit buffed. Minor buff. Bushwhack stun duration is down. This actually hurts Hoodwink a lot, doesn't it? Like, a lot of heroes, of course, want to stun for a longer duration. But isn't Hoodwink one of those heroes where you want to use your ulti? Isn't Hoodwink suffering a lot more than other heroes? Than, you know, on average? Because you want to get your ulti in there. Yeah. You can press buttons during the ulti. Yes, but you could do that before as well, Celtics. That doesn't change that it hurts Hoodwink more to lose stun duration than other heroes. I'm aware of what you're saying, but that doesn't make this, that doesn't invalidate this. Yeah. Lesser Bushwhack duration decreased. Okay. I mean, yeah. Sad to be Hoodwinked. The only thing he got is less stuns. No. Aghanim Shard no longer allows casting it when disabled. Spell immunity while leaping replaced with debuff immunity and 50% magic resist. Oh, so you can still kill him. You can still kill him when he's flying in the air. Nice. Nice, I guess. Freeze. Aghanim's Shard upgrade removed. Effect move to level 20 talent. EMP is now upgradable by Aghanim's Shard. Multiplies burn damage by 1.5 and makes it pull enemies into its center at 100 units per second. Oh, no, dude. That's a lot stronger. Yeah, that's a lot stronger. That's better than the old shard, for sure. Ice Wall DPS pretty good level 10 talent. Quas Wex Invoker is a lot stronger with this. And then you have the Shard as well. Yo. Quas Wex Invoker though. Yeah. Exort Invoker is nerfed, but Quas Wex Invoker is real good. Io is a universal hero. With Aghanim Scepter, the ability can now be activated to explode the spirits, after which they begin spawning again. Cooldown is decreased by 50%. Cannot be activated if the ability is on cooldown. Fair enough. Changes to stuns. More burn damage, but as a penalty to buildings. Okay. Macropire. Mana cost is increased. And damage per second is decreased a little bit. No longer mini stuns. Okay. Base damage increased by 1. Spell immunities replaced with 80% magic resistance. Sounds so shit, dude. For Juggernaut, he really relied on like being on the enemy. I guess you have debuff immunity. So, yeah, you have debuff immunity with 80% magic resistance. It doesn't actually change that much. Then. Nah, you're still good. You're still good. Actually, not that bad. You still have the immunity, so you're cool. 10 seconds less CD. Duration increased. Meh. Pretty small changes, but could be good. Blinding Light is now a basic ability that does not require Spirit Form. Damage is increased from 100 to 180 to 100 to 220. Radius from 600 to 500. Cast range, blah, blah, blah. Some changes, sure. Solar Bind now requires Spirit Form. And slow per 100 units is increased by a lot. And duration is decreased by 1 second. Magic resistance is increased. Cooldown is only 14. Huh. Interesting. Sounds like a buff overall. Having Blinding Light as a basic ability sounds really good. Tidebringer no longer disabled by silenced, instead by breaks. Now area targeted with 900 cast range. Oh. Well, but... I mean, yeah, but it was nice to be able to run people down with it. I mean, this is a buff, I guess, but also not really. Because in really chaotic fights, running after the enemy with Torrent Storm was very powerful. You could keep chasing people. Yeah, this is better. This is less committal now. Better for support Kunkka for sure. And you can reach people farther away without having to go in there. Yeah, it used to move with Kunkka, the Torrent Storm. It was an AoE around yourself. But now it's a targeted ability. It used to follow your hero? Yes. You didn't know? Well, sucks for you. Doesn't work that way anymore, but yeah, it used to. Interesting. Legion. Overwhelming odds, now an area effect ability centered around the hero. No longer increases movement speed, instead provides flat 65, 90, 150, and 140 bonus attack speed. That doesn't require the ability to hit any enemies. Okay. Radius increased to 600 and automatically triggers upon dual cast if not on cooldown. Okay. Can be cast during duel. Okay. Aghanim Shard. Cooldown decreased. Okay. Actually, with that and Octarine, you should be able to cast it twice during one duel, right? If you have Aghanim Scepter. Yeah, you can. Press the attack no longer gives attack speed, instead gives movement speed. Interesting. So you need overwhelming odds to duel. And press the attack is what you skip. But that means you don't have healing from that. But you have healing from the E. I think Legion is just stronger now. I think Legion is just stronger overall. Yeah, much easier to duel as well, because you guarantee that you're gonna use the thing. Yeah, it sounds really good, dude. I guess it autocasts as well. Automatically triggered. So you don't need mana for casting it. You just need mana to duel. Yeah, it's auto... No, it's not auto cast, dude. It says automatically triggered upon duel cast if not on cooldown. Does not consume any mana when cast automatically. See? So it does it without mana consumption. Yeah, it's free. That's very strong. And then duel duration is obviously lower, so it's a little bit hard to win duels in that regard, but yeah. 50% magic resistance. Interesting. Interesting. Sure. Sure. Is the shard still the same though? Aghanim shard duration decreased from 15 to 8 seconds. Okay. Split Earth stun duration is down. 10% movement speed during Pulse Nova. Sure. Damage reduction during Pulse Nova. What? 20% damage reduction during Pulse Nova. Yo, that sounds good as fuck. That sounds great. Less slow, and now when cast on a non-ancient creep, it lasts 2x longer, deals 250 damage per second. Oh, you can Sinister Gaze farm jungle, I guess. It does 500 damage. Duration decreased as part of the blah blah blah. Yep, of course. Debuff immunity and magic resistance. 1 armor to Lina. Why? Why give her armor? More cast range on the light strike array? That's pretty good. Flame Cloak now grants max fire souls when activated. Okay, cool. Earth Spike changes. Wow, it's way faster. It's way faster. Lion Stun is real quick. Hex cast range is increased by 50, which is pretty good. Lone Druid is a universal hero? Ooh, that's gross. I didn't think of that. That's gross, dude. Lone Druid as a universal hero sounds really nasty. Stat build Lone Druid sounds strong. Ugh. Ugh, that sounds nasty. Let's see. Stun duration down, of course. By a lot, honestly, here as well. Attack bonus decreased. Luna receives 200% of the attack bonus. I see. So she buffs her lane less, but she gets more. Okay. So she gets the same on level 1, but level 2 she already gets 4 extra. And then she just gets more and more. Okay. And then you have Lunar Blessing damage. Talent is nerfed. Okay. Lycan is a universal hero. Summon Wolf. Mana cost decreased. Howl now also fears enemy-controlled units, non-heroes, for 1.5, 2, or 2.5 seconds. Howl fear is not global at night. Only attack, armor, duration are. Yeah, that sounds annoying as fuck, dude. Jesus. I think the Howl is really good. What else do we have? We have Magnus changes. Okay, mana cost changes, not too exciting. Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed on the Shockwave. Now upgradable by Shard instead. Increases range by 400, speed by 300, causes it to return, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so it's a Shard to get the Shockwave increase. Then Aghanim Scepter is Horn Toss. Stuns for 0.75 seconds. Oh boy, collapse all over again. And damage increased to 275. We're back to collapsing it. But Aghanims is expensive, dude. Aghanims for that? Doesn't sound good, actually. I'm gonna say this actually sounds bad. Am I the only one? Am I crazy? Like, yeah, you get a stun on your Horn Toss, but 4,200 gold though. That's so much money spent to be able to do that. Yeah, it stuns, of course. Yeah, it's good, but I mean, 5,000 gold for a refresher, 4,200 gold to be able to stun the enemy for 0.75 seconds when you blink in. I don't know. I'm not convinced that it's super good. It sounds pretty shit to me. I think the Shard is very good, though. And then we have replaced with 5 stats to all per hero hit with reverse polarity. Okay. Well. Wow. Universal Marcy. Aghanim Shard no longer allows setting the ability on autocast. Now allows Marcy to jump off enemies and provide her with bonus movement speed. Ah, so you can jump enemies again with the Shard. You can jump enemies again with the Shard if you're Marcy. She's back. Yeah, that allows for core Marcy to be played again, actually. That does allow for Core Marcy to be played again. That was a big nerf to Core Marcy gameplay. Yeah, her shard was trash before. Medusa, base strength decreased from 17 to 0. Strength gain decreased from 1.5 to 0. Wait, excuse me? Medusa? You okay? Are you okay, Medusa? You need some water or something? You look kind of weak. What? What? They don't even list anything else. It's just, yeah, fuck you. What? How does she work now, dude? I guess Mana Shield is no longer optional. Alright, okay, I see. Ability reworked, let's read it. Now a passive ability. Medusa starts with 1 level of Mana Shield, and the ability can be upgraded up to level 5. Creates a shield that absorbs 98% incoming damage in exchange for mana. Okay, I think the whole shroud on Medusa might be mandatory now, guys. Increases base mana. Bonus mana. Damage per mana. Now if a hero has mana shields... If a hero has mana shield ability, their mana will be visible to the enemies. Okay. That's actually good quality of life. Now also absorbs HP loss type damage. Interesting. Yeah, she literally has no HP now, right? She has like 100 HP at the start of the game. Like she has base hero HP. That would be like 110 or 120. Wow. Interesting. Interesting change for Medusa. Axe can one-shot her. I don't know how Axe ulti works against her now. Yeah. I'm not sure how that works. Maybe she can just buy a little bit of HP. Otherwise she gets cold. Meepo. Let's see Meepo. Poof can now be auto-cast. If the ability is in auto-cast state, when cast on target, all other Meepos also cast Poof to the target automatically, if able. When cast on the ground, all Meepos except the selected one Poof to the location nearest the Meepo. Oh, so if you have one selected and you blink in and click Poof on the ground, then all the other Meepos will cast Poof. Talking about cast on one Meepo changes it on all Meepos. Interesting. Aghanim's Shard is removed for Divided Withstand. Dig is now granted by Aghanim's Shard. Duration is decreased by... Wow, this is a shard? That's a good shard. Mega Meepo. Oh god. Why am I reading? New ability granted by Aghanim Scepter. Primary Meepos mount all other Meepo in a 600 radius around him on top of his shoulders. While in this form, he gains 50% of the other Meepo stats and can fling them at enemies, dealing 225 damage and slowing them by 60% for 3 seconds. While active, Earthbind generates additional nets and Poof deals bonus damage based on the amount of Meepos riding on top. Casting Dig cancels Mega Meepo, has no mana costs, cooldown 60 seconds, duration 20 seconds, fling, cooldown 0.5. It's literally Trenchcoat Meepo. Oh my god, dude. Meepos in a trenchcoat, boys. Mirana is a universal hero, and Aghanim's Shard does not break Moonlight Shadow invisibility. With Aghanim's Shard, the ability can now be put on autocast to make it ground and vector targeting, allowing you to choose the distance and the resulting blast direction of the jump. Bruh. Vector targeted leap. I mean, it's good, Copium. I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm not sold. It's good. I'll have to try it later. It sounds fucking garbage. I'm not gonna lie. It sounds garbage still. It has to be good. I bet it's good. We'll see. We will see, chat. We'll see in game later. 0 cooldown Primal Spring on 20 talents. Jingo hits. Yeah, whatever. Morphling. What happened to Crayon? Base strength increased. No longer grants bonus agility. Aghanim's shard. Bonus agility. Move to adaptive strike. Adaptive strike agility now grants bonus agility. Same values as attribute shift. Okay. Aghanim Scepter effect now steals an additional 20% of all stats when targeting universal heroes. And then, okay. Nothing too exciting. Pretty uninteresting changes to Morphling, honestly. I guess he is a little bit worse because he doesn't get his stats in laning stage now as early. He gets them for skilling this. MUERTA is in captain's mode. Oh boy. I hope you're ready, tournament players. MUERTA is in captain's mode. Let's fucking go, dude. Okay. The fear duration, silence. Pierce the Veil now upgradable by Shard. Grants 30% spell lifesteal for the duration of Pierce the Veil. MUERTA permanently gains 2% spell amp every time she kills an enemy hero during Pierce the Veil, or any enemy hero dies within 925 units. Whenever she kills an enemy hero during Pierce the Veil, or any enemy hero dies. Does this mean that this is true even if the ulti is not on? I mean, the way I read it, it sounds like this should be true even if the ulti is not on, but probably not, right? That would be too busted, right? Yeah, probably just with ulti. Anyway, that's how I interpret it, but I don't think it's that way. New ability granted by Aghanim Scepter. MUERTA shoots an allied or enemy hero in their soul, separating it from the physical body. Fucking anime shit going on here. Bankai. Yeah, sure. Yeah, the soul is pushed 150 units on separation and is untargetable. Muted, disarmed, and invulnerable. Sad, forever alone. The body is stunned for the duration and 50% damage reduction. After this effect, the soul is forcefully returned to the body, which applies a strong dispel, removing negative debuffs and stuns. The soul survives until the end of the effect, even if the body dies, does not deal damage to allies, and MUERTA can't target herself. Sure. Yeah, just like you're dead, but you can still do stuff for a little bit. Yeah. We'll just have to see. I think that one, I'm going to the lab. That one, I'm actually heading into the lab for, chat. I'm gonna do a little test here. I want to see how it looks when you shoot someone's soul out of their fucking body. I think we gotta see that one. Apparently I was still in Dota, so it didn't start to download. We can keep reading for a little bit as Dota gotta download. Okay. And then Deadshot talent, sure. Ensnare can now target sleeping or invulnerable units even without Aghanim Scepter. Okay. That's a pretty big buff. Channeling is now interrupted if the target dispels Ensnare or dies. Okay. Just a pretty big buff for for Naga there. Sprout cooldown, a little bit higher cooldown. After teleporting, Nature Prophet now gains 3, 6, 9, 12 stacks of bonus attack damage, 6 damage per stack. Every attack turns a stack of attack damage into a stack granting armor. Huh? So after he TPs, he gets damage, and every hit he does gives him armor? Fuck? Am I reading? Sure. Sounds OP. 3 in damage is decreased, okay. 15 to 18 to 35 to 39. 11 to 15, 35 to 39, okay. No longer provides bonus damage per unit killed. And, okay. I don't know. It sounds pretty fucking strong to me. Sounds strong to me, the TP thing. But his ulti is weaker, I guess. Death Seeker ability rework. Necrophos turns into a fast-moving large death pulse. Necrophos turns into a fast-moving large death pulse flying towards the target's position at cast time. Once he reaches said position, death pulse spreads to nearby allies and enemies Cast range, blah, 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 can be blocked by Lincoln Sphere. Yeah. Okay. Sure. Yeah, that's the gap closed that Necro wants. Ayados is happy. Aghanim Scepter upgrade reworked. Makes Void an area targeted spell, applying its effect on all enemies in 450 radius, even if they're invisible or in Fog of War. Also creates a Void Zone in the chosen area for 5 seconds. While he's in the Void Zone, Night Stalker's abilities along with Void are empowered to their nighttime version. Huh. A small nighttime. Temporary night. Right here. Interesting. Mana Burn ability removed. League of Legends developers were right. Mana Burn is a boring ability. It was an unfun mechanic. They nerfed Anti-Mage Mana Burn. They nerfed Nyx. They removed Mana Burn. League of Legends were right. It's unfun. Nobody wants their mana burned, chat. It's unfun, simply. Mind Flare. New basic ability. Deals damage equal to target's int. Joke on him. He can't deal damage to a dummy because dummy has 0 int, as we all know. Wow, the dummy is gonna survive. Big. 5x their intelligence plus 30% of the damage dealt by Nyx to the target in the past 15 seconds. 4-second cooldown. Hold up. Hold up. That shit sounds busted. No, it's not just burst. It's continuous. Like, Nyx can just say, fuck you, and chase after you for a while. Yeah, he can burst. But he can also just be like, hey, Medusa, mana burn. Or, you know, mind flare. Mind flare. Mind flare. Mind flare. Mind flare. Mind flare. You know? That sounds OP. It resets after you cast it. Oh, okay. I guess not as insane then. Still good though. Still good though. Now removes 50% of the target's max mana on hit. Yo, this guy is just designed to come and fucking destroy Medusa. Yeah. You pick Medusa, I pick Nyx. Enjoy. Now increases Mind Flare cast range by 400. Okay. Mind Flare radius. Sure. Ogre Magi. Dumb Luck. New innate ability. Max intelligence is 0. Always has 0 int. Always. Wait, it wasn't the dummy. What the fuck? It was Ogre. They debated us. A fucking Valve? The double debate. Oh, those pieces of shits. They think they're so clever over there in Seattle. Oh, the 2x debate. It was Ogre. 0 int always. Dumb Luck new ability. Max int is 0. Ogre receives 6 points of maximum mana and 0.03 mana regeneration per point of strength. Each 20 points of strength increases multicast chance by 1%. Only affects multipliers over 0%. So the 4x cast won't trigger on level 1, etc. What the fuck? Strength? Heart. Many heart. Big strong. Very strong. Always multicast. Very luck. Yes. Good. Yeah, very, very strong. Degen Aura ability removed. Hammer of Purity now upgradable by Aghanim's Shard. Allows Omni Knight to be healed for 30% of damage dealt by Hammer of Purity. Every 6 seconds, Omni Knight's next attack automatically fires a Hammer of Purity at the target? Interesting. Sounds pretty good. Sounds pretty good. Not gonna lie, that sounds pretty good. I'll take that. Fate's Edict now only disarms enemies. Now only procs. Now only provides magic resistance on allies.
Be ready to seek around for another 91.
Thank you so much, Mr. Barrel. Okay, cooldown. Wow, big buffs to Oracle, no? Aghanim's Shard upgrade moved to Aghanim's Scepter. Provides 0.15 fade time invisibility to a target, as well as 0.25 second improved BAT and a 25% spell amp. Huh. Interesting. 25% spell amp, dude. That's a lot. And then Reign of Destiny now granted by Aghanim's Shard. Jesus, that's a good shard. That's a very good shard. Even though they lowered the numbers, still good. Aghanim's Scepter upgrade removed. Essence Flux now upgraded by Aghanim's Scepter. Damage that brings OD below 20% health. Trigger a strong dispel. Additionally, Outworld Destroyer, is that his name? I guess it is. Consumes all his mana to provide a damage barrier equal to 50% of his maximum mana. Last 15 seconds, cooldown 60 seconds, cannot be refreshed. Effect is disabled by break. Okay. More about the core right-click OD. Now deals damage to all units. Treats the units without mana pool as if they have 0. Oh, it's a farming tool. Oh, the farming ulti. Yes, very good. One more base armor for Pango. I see it. I see. Otherwise, not the most exciting changes. Base attack range is increased on PL. Spirit Lance Aghanim's Shard upgraded, moved to Aghanim's Scepter. Spirit Lance now bounces twice on enemy heroes, prioritizing heroes. Can bounce back to original target. That's new. Also increases the slow amount by 10% and Spirit Lance illusion damage by 40%. Juxtapose is upgradable by Aghanim's Shard. Activate to create one illusion at PL's target location, giving him instant invisibility. Oh, it's the old Doppel Walk. That's pretty good. Dude, he has Doppel Walk and he has Doppel Walk? That's unfair. Old PL, but he also has W? Fuck that, dude. I'm out. I'm out, dude. I'm banning PL every game, I think. Yeah, that sounds awful. New Dust? Yeah, but even against New Dust, you can still just get out with the fucking W and the thing. Yeah, the Dust buff, I don't give a shit, dude. I don't think you understand. This is very strong. Now a universal hero, okay. Stun duration down, blah blah. Cast point decreased. Instacast. No longer reduced by damage block. Onslaught just goes through damage block. The fuck? Pierces debuff immunity. Seems like a pretty big buff. Seems like a pretty big buff to me. Pulverize pierces spell immunity replaced with cannot be rooted or slowed during trample. Nasty. Nasty. Aghanim Shard now also passively adds 20 bonus magic damage to Puck's attacks. Huh? Sure. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take that. Okay. Shard is pretty good, huh? Aghanim Scepter upgrade removed. Dreamcall is upgraded by Scepter. All enemies affected by Dreamcall are attacked by Puck every 0.6 seconds. Attacks originate from a Dreamcall center and do not require Puck to be nearby. Okay. Yeah, right-click Puck is definitely back. Wow. Wow. Meetook can now be heard in Fog of War, but it's faster. Heard in Fog of War, but it's faster. Interesting. More cast range on Dismember. Okay. Get over here. Decryptify when targeting allies or self no longer increases magic damage taken. Instead provides incoming heal amp. Healing for allies is no longer based on damage dealt by life drain. Okay. Aghanim Scepter scream emitted from Shadow Strike expiring now also damages the target. Hell yeah, dude. Oh, that's the buff I want to see. I can actually play Aghanim's Queen with this, I think. I think that actually makes a big difference. Now you can get 300 extra damage, basically, per Shadow Strike with the Aghanims. It didn't. That makes no sense. Yeah, it didn't. It was pretty weak. As long as people didn't stack up, it was terrible. And now if they stack up, it's amazing. And if they don't stack up, it still does something. Sleeping Dart is removed. Smokescreen is upgradable by Aghanim Shard. Enemies in the smokescreen have their armor reduced by 7 and cannot be targeted by their allies. Oh my god. Oh no, dude. Oh, you can't help them. Oh, they fucked up, dude. You can't help them. You can't force staff them. You can't save them. You can't do shit. Their fucking dumbass got themselves into the smoke. It's their own fucking fault. Oh my god, dude. Okay. Sure. Cloak and Dagger now gives experience bonus for kills and assists. Kill bonus 150, 250, 350. Assist bonus 100. Huh. Ricky just levels a lot. Interesting. I mean, it's nothing else. It just does that as well. Yeah. Ricky just power leveling? It sounds busted to me. Sounds busted to me, man. Yeah, Ricky should be insane now as a carry. Nothing really exciting here. Universal Hero. Now applies the current level of Caustic Finale to enemy heroes even without Aghanim Scepter. Aghanim Scepter is removed. Sandstorm is now Aghanim Scepter. Every 0.2 seconds creates 2 65 radius burrow strike spines at random location. Oh god. It's Sandstorm. It's Sand King's Sandstorm of get fucking penetrated. Oh no, no, no. Each one stuns enemies and deals damage equal to the current level of burrow strike. It's just a random fucking everyone gets a fucking tentacle. Yeah. Yeah, you want to go into Sandstorm, guys? Every 0.2 seconds, there's a fucking tentacle that throws out. Yeah. Sounds pretty good, actually. Sounds pretty good. Disseminate. They keep that shit. Okay, yeah, sure. Cleanse. Max charges down by 1. Talent change. Nothing too exciting here. Shadow Race no longer slows turn rate on hit. Thank you. Necromastery stacks lost on death decreased. Okay. Presence of the Dark Lord. Every enemy killed near Shadow Fiend further improves the armor reduction by 2 for 20 seconds. Duration is refreshed with each hero killed. Oh, Monka S. If you lose a team fight to SF, he just takes your base. If he has the armor reduction for tower talent, I mean, even if you start losing heroes, man, that shit scales up. Yeah. If he gets a rampage, what is that? Minus 17 armor for the buildings? With just his aura? Wow. That sounds very strong. I wonder if he gets more stacks for Meepo. Yeah, I wonder if they thought about clones. 20 seconds, though. Dude, the amount of damage he can do in 20 seconds. Taking Roche or taking Throne. He can push. Trust me. More targets on the Ether Shock. That's really nice. Just 2 more always. Aghanim Scepter no longer increases the Serpent Ward's attack range. Okay. Sure, sure. Nothing too exciting. Now leaves behind a debuff for 5 seconds that increases Skywrath's spell lifesteal against the target by 20 to 50%. Increases his spell lifesteal. But if he doesn't have any spell lifesteal, he doesn't get any spell lifesteal, right? He still needs to have some. Or is this going to give him spell lifesteal where he doesn't have any? I guess it just increases. It doesn't amplify his spell lifesteal. Yeah, I guess it gives him. I guess it goes from 0 to 20 or 0 to 50. I guess it gets it. Sounds really strong. Thank you, Kachonj. Thank you for 99. Slaughter, nothing too cool. Bit more damage, I guess. Nothing too cool for him though. Cast range is down on the Slark Shard. Honestly, that was pretty busted before, so that's probably good. Aghanim Scepter stun duration's down on Sniper. Makes sense. Still too OP, even after nerfs. Concussive Grenade damage increase from 25 to 200. Bro, why are they thinking the Shard on Sniper needs 175 more damage without any other change? That Shard is already great. Why give it 175 damage? That's literally one of the highest tier shards in my book. I think it's fucking amazing already. And you give it 175 damage? I guess fuck PL. Yeah, okay. Fair enough. It's because of PL. We'll all have to put up with it just because of PL, right, chat? Fuck PL. Desolate no longer ignores evasion. The attack must now land for Desolate to deal damage. Aghanim Shard upgrade reworked. The worst shard in the game is getting a rework. This is a big moment, chat. This is a big moment. What is it? Allows to activate Dispersion to increase damage reflected by it by 100% for 5 seconds. Only increases the outgoing damage. Doesn't mitigate the incoming damage. It's insane. It went from literally the worst shard in the entire game to really good. I would say. This is really, really good. I mean, it's just a built-in blade mail. And then you also have blade mail. So you have 2 blade mails. Sounds fucking dank, dude. Yeah, it goes... No, not from a C tier. It was not C tier. Spectre Shard was not even F tier. Spectre was in her own fucking category of absolute dogshit uselessness. Alright? It was below F. Long below F. It was the worst shard in the entire game. And now it got this. This is a big buff. This is a huge buff. Yeah. Wow. That's a big buff for her. Let's keep going. Spirit Breaker. Some changes. Self-magic resistance. Wow. Another really bad shard. Got 50% more magic resistance. I just got a $55 donation the other day to buy this fucking garbage shard. Now... I feel like I have to donate $50 to buy it. You know, I feel like I need to pay to actually buy it. It's actually strong now. 75% magic resist is pretty good. That's pretty good. Greater Bass chance is increased, and he has a damage barrier. Huh. Instead of HP? Interesting. He just has a barrier. Okay. Barrier on the bulldoze. Sounds good. I mean, Bulldoze has low cooldown. Yeah, that sounds way better, actually. That's probably way better than HP. Nothing too big to comment on here. Great Cleave gives you passive strength. And it cleaves a lot more. Big buff to Sven. Big buff to Mr. Sven. Duration also increased. Yeah, Sven is way better. Thank you, Dafish. Techies is a universally loved hero. Universally loved. Aghanim Scepter upgrade, move to Aghanim's Shard. Effect is unchanged. That is pretty funny. That's pretty funny that the effect from the Aghanim Scepter is now just an Aghanim's Shard. Speaks a little bit about how that turned out to be a pretty weak Aghanim Scepter. Yeah. Okay, but Aghanim's Shard is upgrade is removed, no longer silences enemies, now stuns enemies. As a base, it stuns. Interesting. Magic resistance reduction, debuff, now stack independently. Cast time is increased on the minefield sign, now upgradable by Aghanim's Scepter, increases the effect radius to 1000 and duration to 4 minutes. When an enemy hero gets within 200 units of the sign, the entire 1000 radius becomes a minefield for 10 seconds. Enemy units will take 300 damage for every 200 units moved. Minefield area is visible to enemies once activated. The sign is destroyed and the minefield expires. What the fuck? Can only have one sign at a time? Yeah, enjoy, chat. Enjoy. Any techies enjoyers? What's the cooldown on it? It's still the same cooldown as usual, I guess. Yeah. Yeah. Enjoy going high ground against techies. Yeah, sounds pretty good. Uh-oh. Oh, please. 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 Base attack range increased by 40. Cool, cool, we're cool. Mana cost rescaled. Good, good, it's a buff. Psionic Trap. Now trap ability can be set to autocast mode. In this mode, the ability springs the trap that is closest to the cursor rather than the one closest to TA. Now traps can always be denied. Psyblades deal damage behind the trap that is denied. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I mean... Oh yeah. Oh. I'm not gonna say that we were talking about this like 4 days ago on stream here. But we may have been talking about exactly that. I like. Oh, we can Sideblade now. Oh yeah. I have stuff like playing out in my mind right now. I'm not even trying to think about it. I'm trying not to think about it, chat, but I'm like seeing things. Ah, you should see the things I'm seeing. This it feels good. It's a good feeling. It's a nice feeling happening. I'll show you later. Yeah, I'll show you later. Reflection now slows attack speed. I like it. I like it. I'm happy. Slows attack speed. Okay. Demon Seal attack or movement speed increased. Okay. Fear duration is down. Reflection slow damage. Okay. Sunder cooldown reduction is a little bit worse. Okay. Okay. Tide is fucking whatever. Sorry, Tide. Universal Hero on Timber. Reactive armor is now upgradable by Aghanim Scepter. Oh no. Can be activated to gain max stacks and 200 HP barrier. This barrier gains 100 HP per second and increases by 75 HP per second for each enemy hero within 600 radius of Timbersaw, up to a maximum of 800. What do you mean 800 HP per second? Doesn't count illusions. After 8 seconds, Timbersaw loses the barrier and deals damage to every hero within 600 radius equal to 200 plus the remaining barrier HP. What do you mean remaining barrier HP? It regens for fucking 1 million HP, no? The barrier gains HP per second. Yeah, it's fucking 800 HP per second. Of course it has remaining HP. Oh my god, dude. So he can do 1,000 damage with that shit. At the end of it. Yeah. Nice. You think 200 HP total? 800 HP total? Yeah, I mean, the thing has 800 HP, but the damage is equal to 200 plus 800 if you have 800 remaining. So it's 1,000 damage AoE nuke. 400 total? How the fuck is that 400? 100 HP per second, increases by 75 per each enemy hero, up to a maximum of 800. Huh? Am I misunderstanding? Isn't the radius 800? No, the radius is 600. Oh, I see. Okay, the HP. Okay, it's always 200 HP. Okay, so it's okay. It's only 400 HP. Okay, yeah. Okay, it's just a 800 HP region on the barrier, but it's only 200 HP on it. Fair enough. Okay, still sounds broken. Still sounds broken. Whirling Death makes Universal Heroes lose every attribute. Sure. Magic Resistance talent. Yuck. And he gets a second chakram as level 25. Okay. Base agility increased. Agi gain increased. Laser cooldown increased. Less range on the missiles. More damage on the missiles. Laning buffs to Tinker. Very, very minor laning nerfs to Tinker. Yeah. And laning buffs to Tinker. Ay ay ay. Ay ay ay. No. Let's see. Nothing really too tiny worth talking about. Pretty boring changes for tree. Now caster can use items during the effects. Oh. Well, that makes troll a lot stronger in one single sentence. Yeah, this is a pretty big buff. Now he can ulti and then BKB whenever he wants. I mean, that's really huge. He can also blink. He can abyssal you. It's pretty big, actually. Yeah. He can also harpoon you. Troll is a harpoon user. I'm calling it. Tombstone. Now upgradable by... I'm just scrolling by this because this is not too exciting changes here. Sorry. Tombstone, not upgradable by Aghanim's Shard. Allows up to one allied hero to bunker inside. It's the fucking Aghanim's lab. Ally can bunker by pressing right mouse button on the tombstone while in 350 radius. Bunkered units cannot leave the tombstone for 3 seconds after entering. Unit that left the tombstone cannot re-enter for 3 seconds. If Undying decides to enter the tombstone while an ally is inside, the ally is forcefully evicted. I like that. Undying also receives the grab ally ability, which bunkers a hero to the nearest tombstone within 400 range. This ability is also present on the tombstone itself. Huh. So you can just throw someone into a tombstone. Damn. That shard is good. But he doesn't have his shard. He can't solo Roche anymore. They just took it away. Aw, Sag. Sag, dude, Sag. Venge. 40% nether swap damage reduction. 25 talent though. A lot of text on Venomancer. Where's Mr. Beastimon? Now a passive ability is granted by Aghanim's Scepter on Poison Nova. Creates a ring of poison upon death of Venomancer or an enemy hero infected with Venomous Gale. Also triggers if a Venomous Gale is dispelled from an enemy hero. Enemies hit by Poison Nova take non-lethal damage over time and have their magic resistance reduced. It's the happiest day of my life. Mr. Beastimon is here. Max HP as damage 3%, magic damage reduction 30%, travel speed 550, cooldown 10 seconds. Sounds great. Sounds great. Noxious Plague, new ultimate ability. Infects an enemy with deadly plague that does initial burst of damage and additional damage over time based on the unit's max health. Enemies in radius around the target are slowed, with values decreasing the farther you are from the affected enemy. When the target dies, or the debuff expires, or is absorbed, all nearby enemies are infected with a non-communicable version of the plague. Duration 5 seconds, initial damage 200, 300, 400. Max HP as damage 5, 6, 7%. Max low 50%. I don't really understand everything, but it sounds nasty. Sounds like a lot of aids.
How would you sum up this patch for someone who hypothetically just started watching and doesn't want to read the full patch notes?
Buckle up. Buckle up, buckaroo. Yeah, a lot. Insane. Crazy. Yeah. Many big map changes and many big hero changes. And many big item changes. Just a lot of big changes, honestly. Yep, it's pretty huge. And the attack speed is replaced with Noxious Plague R, reduces 200 attack speed. What the fuck? You can't hit? Jesus. Viper Strike cast range is increased from 500 to 900. 700 level 1. Visage is a universal hero. No change really worth noting too much. His barrier stacks with a barrier's big damage per level for Void Spirit. And his level 1 damage is the same. So yeah, that just makes his laning quite a bit better, I would say. Aghanim's Shard upgrade removed on Shadow Word. Upheaval is now upgraded by Aghanim Shard. Creates an imp for every 2 seconds of channeling. These imps last for 15 seconds, and they have 17 to 18 attack damage, 300 health, 1 armor, and Eldritch Explosion passive ability. When killed or expired, imps explode, dealing 60% of their max health as damage to enemies within 400 radius. Imps continuously seek out the closest visible and attackable target, but can be controlled. Oh my god, dude. Yeah, that doesn't sound too bad. Sounds pretty good, honestly. I mean, his old charter was pretty good too, though, but it sounds fun. Sounds fun. 1 extra armor for Weaver. Aghanim Shard mark duration is increased by 6 seconds. And this is applied by break. Half a second less on Gemini attack is pretty big. Good changes for Weaver. He got a lot stronger. Windrunner got 1 more base armor. That's big for her. Damage on level 1 is decreased by 2 to 8 damage, though. Ugh. Yeah, a bit weaker level 1 with armor, or with the damage, but armor makes up for it a little bit. Shackle Shot improved projectile consistency. Now always shackles the closest target behind the unit shackled. Fail stun duration decreased, and ledge stun duration. And then Power Shot is stronger. Just 20 more damage on level 1, and it has 20 more damage on max level as well. Aghanim Scepter no longer blinds enemies. Used to apply mischance. Aghanim Scepter now also reduces physical damage taken by Windrunner by 50%. Aghanim Scepter just reduces physical damage taken by Windrunner by 50%? Sounds great, dude. Sounds great. Sounds really strong. More projectile speed on this is kind of nice. Bit more burn, but worse on level 1. Base damage on cask is up, but less stun duration. Life steals increased. Half versus creep. Skeletons now deal less damage to buildings, less split pushing. He has even stronger crit though, 300% instead of 270. Big. Cooldown is massively increased on the reincarnation. Can now be cast by Wraith King himself to die and resurrect if he has the necessary resources. Now always spawns 1, 2, or 3 skeletons to attack each nearby hero when reincarnation triggers. Aghanim's Shard still adds 3 skeletons, resulting in 4, 5, or 6 skeletons in total. That's a lot of skeletons. Aghanim Scepter now also reduces the cooldown by 40 seconds and respawn time of every hero dying under its effect by 10%. Interesting. So he buffs the value of going in and dying, I guess. Interesting. Interesting. Static field ability removed. Arc Lightning now deals, okay, less damage a little bit, but now also deals 3, 4, 5, 6% of the current enemy health as damage. Okay. Mini stun duration is decreased. Heavenly Jump now always moves Zeus forward, no longer increases enemy cast time. Lightning Hands. New passive ability granted by Aghanim's Shard increases Zeus's attack range by 100. Zeus's attacks create arc lightnings that deal 50% of its damage. Illusions deal 20%. Oh shit. Manta Zeus with Moonshard. Right click Zeus. Lightning Bolts, and Thunder Guards replaced with that. Okay. And that's it. That's the patch. Oh boy. Oh. We made it to the end. Oh, I didn't really look at this page fully. I guess I only watched the trailer. Let's see this. Yeah, I watched the trailer, but I didn't read. New Frontiers update is shipping a new map, major gameplay changes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, we kind of read all of them. So, new map. Dota map has been massively expanded. The core objective of the game remains the same. 40% more terrain. There's plenty of room to reap new resources and discover new strategies. Both main jungles have also been reconfigured to explore the world. Twin Gates. Roshan's new homes. He lives here, guys. And the river is like this. Shield runes. Dude, this is so... This is gonna take a little while to get used to. All the things. Lotus pools. Tormentors. Sure. New attribute type. Yep. Well, we kind of read all this, so hero highlights. MUERTA in captain's modes. Arc Wardens change. When playing on Dire's side, he will have Tempest abilities by default. That is some weird shit, man. I like that this is like a more digestible version of the patch notes. Oh, matchmaking. Huh? Ah, here we go. I didn't read this. Matchmaking changes. Let's be honest, there are 8 billion people on the planet and 99.99% of them are terrible at Dota. Probably a bigger number than that. That means matchmaking can be a challenge, especially if you're good at Dota and like playing with people who are almost, but hopefully not quite as good as good at Dota as you are. We've done a bunch of work and a bunch of math to improve the quality of our matchmaking across the board for players of all skill levels. Sounds promising. Matchmaking with confidence. Matchmaking rating MMR is really just made out of two numbers, rank and rank confidence. Your rank is an estimate of your skill, and your rank confidence is our confidence in that estimate. When you play a match, we adjust your rank based on whether you win or lose. Your rank confidence also goes up because we now have more data. Undesired clumping, the worst kind of clumping. Dota has traditionally used a modified version of the ELO algorithm to implement rank and rank confidence changes, but over time we've noticed a few problems with our approach. For one example, the distribution of MMR has gradually shifted lower, causing an undesired clumping in the 0 to 1000 MMR range. Yeah, there's too many of you, chat. Too many, 0 to 1000. Another problem was that players who took a break and are returning were having a hard time getting back to accurate MMR because their previous skill level was no longer representative. New and improved clumping. To address this, we're switching to a different algorithm called Glicko, which should let you quickly and accurately get matched with other players at a similar skill level. On the math side, Glicko lets us better factor a player's rank confidence into our calculations, resulting in more accurate decisions about rank gains and losses. The switch to a new matchmaking system will feel little like the start of a new matchmaking season. All players will be placed back in short calibration mode, initially seeded by their previous rank. Calibration is no longer a fixed number of matches. Instead, a player is considered calibrated whenever their rank confidence is above a certain threshold. Upon calibration, it is likely that you will end up with a different medal than you had before. However, even if your medal changes significantly, you should expect to be matched with players of a similar skill level. Matches no longer have a fixed MMR gain or loss. It will be variable based on a number of factors, including the ranks and rank confidence of the participants. However, we will cap the gain or loss per match to prevent particularly negative outcomes. A player's rank confidence will slowly lower over time if the player does not play matches. We've been running both matchmaking systems simultaneously behind the scenes for a while now to help us build confidence in these changes. We understand that accurate MMR is only one of the many factors that impact match quality, and like all changes in this space, we're interested in hearing your feedback. All right, interesting. Immortal matchmaking. At the Immortal rank, knowing the other players, gelling with them, and then choosing a nice balance of roles is more important than just MMR. So we've redesigned matchmaking at the Immortal level to account for that. Matches in the Immortal ranks won't use pre-made teams anymore. Instead, 2 captains will get to draft the other 8 players onto each team, making your team more impactful than if you just relied on MMR to assign lineups. So if your match sucks now, you got no one to blame but yourselves, Immortals. Oh my god, dude. Alright. Interesting. So it's you know, you're drafting your team. Interesting. User interface. Changes. These are the barriers. Health costs. Okay. Yeah. That's it. That's it for patch reading. Time to play.